So if you're coming up and if you have a speaking part or you're receiving an award, you'll be doing it in front of the whole world. So if you would kindly just everybody stand and look at that camera back there. Everybody on your feet, and wave to all the Govian families that are out there. Say hello to them. We know you're here. We love you. There you go. You've all been welcomed. So this is the Spring Awards and Cresting ceremonies. It's kind of the beginning of a transition process for the seniors, underclassmen stepping up, but we pause and we recognize you. About 20 minutes ago, one of our 12th graders, Zach Broyce, he gets a car for graduation. By the way, you haven't graduated yet, so I have the keys. Yeah, so it's a sports car. It's a GM SS. Let's get in that thing and let's take it for a drive around campus. And he put me in. I put my seatbelt on. He put his seatbelt on, 2 hands on the wheel. I'm turning the radio down. I felt like it was my own kid. And we drive very carefully around campus. It was great. Very nice. Lovely car. Safe car. So I said, can I drive this thing? Can I stretch its legs? Oh, sure, go right ahead. So we pulled into the Giles Center lot. We switched drivers. Everybody clipped in, and we took it up to Emery Park. Fast. Broyce says to me, Mr. Rogers, we're going to be late. I said, Zach, this thing's not starting without you or me. Plus, we're in a race car. We're not going to be late. So here we are. Each week we talk about a theme at the school, a non-academic theme. This week is understanding the culture of a company, the culture of a business, the culture of an organization, a nation, and it's our responsibility that when we go somewhere, we take a new job, we visit a new nation, we learn the culture ahead of time. It's like reading the room. We've talked about General Motors, we talked about the Boy Scouts of America, we talked about the city of Quebec, we've talked about culture. Today we get to talk about Gao culture, our distinct culture of success and belonging, your people. And with that, there are these tokens and these symbols and these celebrations that we do as part of our culture. And yesterday, I had a nice cultural event. No, it was actually Thursday. We're interviewing a prospective math teacher. So when somebody sends a resume, we have an opening, we want to get to know the candidate before we get into the formal interview. I call it the meet and greet. Come on in, we'll talk for a little while, we'll have some lunch, interact with students, and then kind of see how that goes. So I try to involve students sometimes in that process. So I went to a couple of go-tos, Porter and Jack. Jack, come on over here. Porter, come on over here. This is a candidate. This is Mr. No, sit down. I'm not talking about now. He cooperates so much. So they come to me and I said, fellas, this is Mr. Rosinski. He's applying for a position here at the school. He's doing the meet and greet interview today. I'd like you fellas to take him to lunch, take him through the lunch line, talk to him, spend time with him, tell him about the Gao school. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So they meet him. They did the Gao handshake, the eye contact. I was feeling so proud. They take him through lunch, sit him down. Porter says, hey, put your napkin on your lap, sir. That's a big deal here. They're talking, and so afterwards I asked the students to bring the candidate back to me and we would have closure. So they did. I said, how'd it go? Oh, good. How were these young men, Mr. Rosinski? Gosh, they're so polite. Are they like roommates? These guys are slick. Like, oh yeah, they're roommates. They find each other. And so we shook hands. The candidate left. And before he did, I said, gentlemen, tell Mr. Rosinski your roles here at the school. Jack is on, well, I'm the school golf pro, right? The Bermuda Golf Pro. Porter says, oh, I'm the brake man. The brake man? What's that? You got to keep your foot on the brake pedal here at the Gao school once in a while, and I tap that brake when needed. And the candidate appreciated that, got that, on he went. But the fact that these two young men understand the culture of the school and they're willing to share it with others, even on a prospective an employee, it's really meaningful. They know the culture, and they're willing to share it. So to the parents that are here, to the families that are far away, I want to stand before you and thank you for trusting us with your child. to giving us the chance to educate her or him, to understand and master the culture of this school, and to take these skills onto university and life and use them for their own benefit, their own success. It's really meaningful to see your sons and daughters embracing a guest and guiding them the Gao way. I want to ask our teachers, our faculty and staff, to please stand at this time. As we think about culture, we think about these adults, these role models, these educators, these people who live here, work here, and support your children in the good times and the bad times. Regardless, we love them no matter what, and it's not always pretty, but this is what creates the culture of this school. We could take this school anywhere, and if we take these people, we've got this. So students, parents, please join me in a round of applause for these great, great employees. Thank you. And so as we get into Cresting, we celebrate the seniors, and we'll take a break after the spring awards, just a 5-10 minute intermission, then we'll come back. The seniors, you'll be seated up here. But we have 7 former students who now work here, who have that crest. Mr. Rausch, Mr. Sibio, Ms. Sullivan, Mr. Meyer, Mr. Cotter, Mr. Howe, Mr. Wanglin, and others to come. It's just really meaningful that you, again, embrace the culture, move it forward to the next generation. So with that, it's my pleasure to begin things. Mr. Salerno's got a touch of laryngitis. You're gonna make it? Every leader always has a backup, and Mr. Salerno is the backup for Mr. Sandrowski. And earlier in the week, I said, oh, Mr. Jimenez, you could be the backup to the backup because we're always prepared at the Gauss School. Thank you, Mr. Salerno.
All right, good morning, everyone. For those viewers who are joining us virtually, we don't have Scratch and Sniff YouTube feature yet, but the campus is beautiful. It's spring for sure. The blossoms, the daffodils are springing, and my allergies let me know that spring is definitely here. So I apologize for my voice, but let's begin. Mr. Jimenez is going to be joining me as well. Mr. Jimenez has a voice of an angel, so I'm going to tap him if I need to. All right, let's begin. Welcome to our student activities, recognition, and awards ceremony. We expect this first half of this morning's programs to last approximately 35 minutes. After this, there will be a brief recess, followed by the senior cresting ceremony. On behalf of our school, and with help of my peers, I have the great privilege of representing Mr. Sandrowski, our Director of Student Activities, in recognizing and honoring students who participated in our various leadership programs, service organizations, campus clubs, and extracurricular activities. As do many of our faculty here, Mr. Sandrowski wears many hats. This morning, he's wearing his hat of 3 young children, so he's unable to join us. Although he looks forward to the ceremony each spring, Mr. Sandrowski, we're going to be mentioning you a lot this morning. Our faculty, administration, staff, and friends of Gao, this is our opportunity to thank our students for sharing their leadership, creativity, talents, school pride, and time. As a small token of our appreciation, the students recognized this morning will receive gold, silver, and bronze lapel pins bearing our school seal and motto that they can proudly display on their Gao Navy blazer. Those students in our leadership positions will be awarded gold pins, service organizations silver pins, and those in our campus clubs and student groups bronze pins. As the list of student participants in each group is read, I ask that those students rise from their chair and remain standing. Please hold your applause until each group has been announced. Students, after the ceremony, your pins will be available for you to collect from Ms. Milam in Mr. Sandrowski's room, or we will find you on Monday. During this ceremony, I will be inviting members of our administration and faculty to present special awards for students' outstanding contributions to the school community. These particular award recipients have been nominated by the faculty and selected by our administration for their unique contributions to the school. With that, let us begin with the recognition of our student leadership organizations. Student Council. They are advised by Ms. Milam. The role of the Student Council is to consider student and community issues, bolster school spirit and pride, and contribute to the outside community, and further promote the 4 pillars of kindness, respect, honesty, and hard work. The Student Council also acts as a body that organizes school activities and provides a forum for discussion of students' ideas and opinions. Members of the Giles Student Council are Kent Simmons, President, Taylor Wade, Vice President, Faith Adams, 12th grade representative, James Murch, 11th grade representative, Josie Ogilvy, 10th grade representative, Autumn Bushfield, 9th grade representative, and Shay Simon, our middle school representative. Those are our members of our Student Council. You may sit. Resident assistants. They are advised by Mr. Lindahl and Mr. Garvey. The Resident Assistance Program is open to students in grades 11 and 12. The purpose of the program is to develop personal leadership opportunities for those students who want to make a major contribution to the quality of our residential and school life. The chief responsibilities of the resident assistant lie in helping the dormitory parents achieve an atmosphere of acceptable behavior and positive relationships among the students. Our resident assistants are Faith Adams, Mark Burris, Arrington Brown, Emily Dufresne, Derek Freck, Raina Cottrell, Harrison Hanley, Hunter Hanley, Jackson Hatcher, Ewan McWiggin, John Murch, Raphael Puno, Eagle Q, Owen Smolinski, Taylor Wade, and Shamira Williams, our resident assistants. Headwaiters. They are advised by Mr. Chafin and Mrs. Myers. The Headwaiters hold the oldest of their traditional leadership positions. The Headwaiter position is open to students in the upper school, grades 10, 11, and 12. Students applying for the program are selected by a committee of administrators. Headwaiters supervise the dining hall and oversee the students who wait on tables during meals. This position demands a great deal of time, effort, and maturity. Our Headwaiters this year are James Brooks, John Charles, Edward Cotter, Patrick Frawley, Fritz Olsen, Colin Saffer, Tatum Shanahan, and Kent Simmons, our Headwaiters. At this time, I'd like to present special awards for students' outstanding contributions to the school community. Again, these particular award recipients have been nominated by the faculty and selected by our administration for their unique contributions to the school. The Mosey Award of Appreciation. The Mosey Recognition Awards will be given to 4 students. This honor will be granted to students nominated by GAL faculty and staff members who have demonstrated the determination to succeed, are good citizens, and have sincere appreciation for the GAL school experience. Created by our dear friend D.B. Mosey and her sisters in honor for their parents, these awards are a special way of thanking them for sharing their talents and giving of their free time in an unselfish way. It gives us great pleasure to present these awards to Grace Nolan, Arrington Brown, Julian LaHoulier, and Amelia Rumble. If I can have those students come up to the stage. I do just want to add, anyone who knows Grace Nolan knows she's a very competitive dancer, very passionate. She cannot join us this morning. She's in Rochester competing in a very important event, and we know she's going to bring home a first place. So Grace, if you're watching, good luck. Again, these are recipients of the Mosey Appreciation Awards. Yes, yes, we got it. I love when students are really surprised to receive an award. It's just great that like nervous confusion that we see. I've invited Mr. Marshman to join me up on stage. Mr. Marshman and I were up really early this morning watching Arsenal win their victory. He's going to help me present the State of New York Office of Attorney General Triple C Award for Character, Courage, and Commitment.
Yay, fourth place. All right. 13 years ago, the New York State Attorney General's Office established the Triple C Award to recognize students attending New York State schools who have demonstrated commitment, character, and courage in pursuit of their education. Their certificate reads, "In recognition of your tremendous commitment to bettering yourself, your school, and your community, your strength of character, which has helped you achieve your goals and will guide you in making the right decisions in the future, and your remarkable courage, which will aid you in meeting the challenges that lie ahead." Signed, Letitia James, Attorney General of New York State. It gives us great joy to present the Upper School Award to Taylor Wade and the Middle School Award to Ella Grantier. Taylor, just wanted to shake your hand. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Let's for a picture.
Open them up and show the award, just like that.
I know. The Lynn, Ottawa, Chafin Recognition Award. This is presented by Mrs. Chafin.
The Lynn Ottawa Chafin Recognition Award is presented to those students who have made a difference in the Gow community. It gives us great pleasure to present this award to Mark Burris.
The David Hyman Class of 1951 Scholarship Award. This is presented by Mr. Rogers.
The David Hyman Scholarship Award, given in memory of David Hyman, class of 1951. By his family, these awards are given to those students who have demonstrated determination and perseverance to meet their goals and to be outstanding Gow citizens. It gives us great pleasure to present these awards to Shay, Simon, and Gabe Allen.
The Paul A. Stevenson Memorial Award. This is presented by Mrs. Hutton.
Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to present the Paul A. Stevenson Memorial Award this year to Alex Allen. This award is given in memory of Paul Stevenson, class of '92, and to a student like Alex who's shown diligence and integrity and has strived to overcome personal challenges. Congratulations, Alex.
You're welcome. Here you go.
The Todd Wesselmann Award. This is presented by Mrs. Tierney.
Given by good afternoon or good morning. Given by the Wesselmann family and friends in memory of Todd, class of '89, this award is granted to that student who truly exemplifies the spirit of the Gow School by following its pillars of kindness, respect, honesty, and hard work. It gives us great pleasure to present this award to Isaiah Whitman.
The Daniel F. Kelly Legacy Award. This is presented by Mr. Howe.
Good morning. The Daniel F. Kelly Legacy Scholarship was created in honor of Dan Kelly, retired head of the upper school and assistant headmaster, and a beloved 40-year faculty member. This meaningful award, created with generous gifts from Gow alumni and families, is given to a legacy student who is a sibling, child, or relative of a Govian. It gives us great joy to present this award to Josephine Ogilvy.
The B. Kent Vaughn Jr., a class of '07, Headwaiter Appreciation Award. This is presented by Mr. Chafin.
The B. Kent Vaughn Jr. Headwaiter Appreciation Award, given by the Vaughn family, honoring their son who was a headwaiter at Gow. This award is presented to the young men and women who supervise the dining hall and assist the chef and their staff. Headwaiters hold the oldest of traditional leadership positions at Gow, which demand a great deal of time, effort, and maturity. They have a major leadership role in our community and serve as highly visible role models on a daily basis. It gives us great honor to present this award to Kent Simmons.
We will now transition back to our recognition of student leadership and service, and I'm going to have Mr. Jimenez present our student extracurriculars, clubs, and service organizations. Mr. Jimenez?
The Gow School service organizations provide valuable services to the Gow community, as well as the local community. These organizations require students to fulfill an application process, meet membership requirements, as well as being nominated and interviewed by faculty. Crimson Key, advised by Ms. Milam, the Crimson Key Club members serve the admissions office as tour guides for prospective families and other visitors, as welcoming committee during fall weekend, and by ushering at campus presentations and programs. Our Crimson Key members are Faith Adams, Arrington Brown, Mark Burris, Autumn Bushfield, Seth Fish, Derek Freck, Rain Guttrell, Riley Granahan, Hunter Hanley, Harrison Hanley, Michael Yonke, Ewan McGuigan, Luke Miranda, John Murch, Grace Nolan, Joyce Ogilvy, Oscar Plikas, Oliver Reynolds, Michael Ryan, Tatum Shanahan, Kent Simmons, Shay Simon, Owen Smolinski, and Taylor Wade. South Wells Junior Firefighters, advised by Mr. O'Connor and Mr. Zollett. Students in good academic and citizenship standing who are at least 16 years of age may apply for participation in the South Wales Volunteer Fire and Rescue Company's Junior Firefighter Program. Membership is limited to 4 students. Participants attend fire and rescue calls and assist the adult firefighters and rescuers as qualified by their age and training. Participants also attend company meetings, drills, and training sessions. Our South Wales Junior Firefighters are Harrison Hanley, Hunter Hanley, Owen Smolinski, and Isaiah Whitman. Health Office Assistants, advised by Nurse Falton. The Health Office Assistants serve the Director of Health Services and staff. Their responsibilities include reminding students at meals to get their medications from the nurse, accompanying ill students to their dormitories, delivering instructions from the nurse to dormitory parents, and helping to maintain and organize the health center. Our Health Office Assistants are Xavier Cantella, Desire Dean, and Kieran Lofton. Library Assistants, advised by Ms. McQuestion. The library assistants serve the librarian by helping to organize various resources in the reading room, stacks, and office. Our library assistants are Peter Carlisle, Jules Deschelle, Philip Dotter, Bennett Foster, Patrick Redman, Michael Trejos Donahue, and Charlie Toth. Ski loaders, advised by Mr. Lindahl. Our ski loaders play a critical role during our ski season, managing the delivery and preparation of the students' ski and snowboard equipment for every outing. Our ski loaders are Jules Deschelle, Jack Fitzpatrick, and Eva Norman. Our recognition of student clubs activities. Our clubs and activities programs provide opportunities for students to participate in organizations that contribute to the quality of the school. Students are encouraged to join existing activities and clubs or to initiate new ones. The Mountain Bike Club, advised by Ms. Hutton, the Mountain Bike Club can often be found riding together on the weekends on the Gow Trail or the ski hill. In addition to riding, they also help to clear and maintain the Gow trails. The members of the Mountain Bike Club are Philip Dotter, Cooper Reed, and Wyatt Whitten. Culture Committee, advised by Ms. Nakajiba. The mission of the Gow School Culture Committee is to prepare students to become active global citizens by becoming familiar with and building respect for various cultures and peoples that make up the Gow student body while introducing them to the diversity in the surrounding community and beyond. Members of the Culture Committee are Toby Atherton, Bennett Foster, Noel Friel, Rain Guttrell, Kate Langford, Ewan McGuigan, Ruben Mulholland Zofchin, Josie Ogilvie, Oliver Reynolds, Shay Simon, Robbie Sturm, Charlie Toth, and Taylor Wade. The Gow Center Gaming Group. Each weekend, when the students are given the option to go on a trip, sign off campus, or stay in the Gow Center, this group elects to stay back and play several games, both with and without technology. This is the only student-run club on campus. Members of the Gow Center Gaming Group are Alex Barr, Annalise Brower, Peter Carlisle, Phil Dotter, Jack Fitzpatrick, Michael Yonke, Michael Kopp, Julian Lullier, Cooper Reed, and Wyatt Whitten. Echoes of Emory Yearbook, advised by Mr. Alexander, Ms. Baust, and Mrs. Kosnikowski. Students produce the school yearbook, Echoes of Emory, Under the guidance of faculty advisors, the students contribute the writing, photography, and design for these publications. They also handle the production details of layout and proofing. Members of the Echoes of Emory Yearbook are Faith Adams, Caroline Brooke, Jules Deschelle, Will Fisher, Walker Harrison Kerr, and Cooper Reed. Gow music students advised by Mr. Anderson. Students may arrange for voice and instrument lessons for credit. They can also explore the wide realm of all that music encompasses. From acoustic instruments to music production and audio engineering, students develop skills that will take them far beyond their years at the Gow School. The Gow music students are Faith Adams, Alex Barr, Judy Ballett, Porter Bennett, Matthew Bilodeau, Zach Broyce, Jerison Chen, David Curtis, Philip Daughter, Patrick Frawley, Noel Friel, Ryan Gould, Ella Grantier, Jackson Hatcher, Jack Hood, Caleb Irwin, Michael Yonke, Charlie Kelleher, Kate Langford, Julian Lullier, Michael Lombardozzi, Peter Mouse, James Murch, almost done, Eva Norman, Eagle Pierce Reed, Connor Revman, Cooper Reed, Michael Ryan, Tyler Russell, Colin Saffer, Tatum Shanahan, Jaden Singleton, Robbie Sturm, Thomas Trejos Donahue, Michael Trejos Donahue, Wyatt Witten, and Eve Woodcock. The Paleo Club, advised by Mr. Parsons. This bi-weekly club meets to talk about one of the passions of our resident paleontologist, Mr. Parsons. In addition to discussion of any range of topics dealing with dinosaurs and fossils, oftentimes the students will have an opportunity to touch and hold fossils millions of years old. Members of the Paleo Club are Annalise Brower, Peter Carlisle, Emily Dufresne, Patrick Rebman, Cooper Reed, Thomas Trejos Donahue. The Money Management Club, advised by Mr. Jared Bailey. The newest club at the Gow School started from student interest in the topic. This club discusses the stock market, investment strategies, and some of the latest trends, such as cryptocurrency. Members of the Money Management Club are Tomas Cuesta, Patrick Frawley, Riley Granahan, Ewan McGuigan, James Murch, and John Murch. Esports Club, advised by Mr. Jared Bailey. One of the rapidly growing sports across the world, the Esports Club is a modern take on the gaming club. The students would meet twice a week and compete in the League of Legends tournament. Playing in teams of 4, the students would have to use teamwork to succeed. The members of the Esports Club are Philip Daughter, Jack Hood, Wyatt Keaty, Julian Lullier, Rafael Puno, PJ Rankin, Ryan Shea, and Calder Stutz. The Winter Board Games Club, advised by Mr. Gullo and Mr. Zollett. During the winter ski season, the Board Games Club met twice a week to play different board games. Working on basic knowledge of the board games as well as techniques, students played Monopoly, Dungeons and Dragons, and Ket. The members of our Board Games Club are Zach Broyce, Peter Carlisle, John Charles, Jack Fitzpatrick, Derek Freck, Connor Giles, Matthew Mercedes, Eagle, Patrick Redman, Cooper Reed, Oliver Reynolds, and Colin Saffer. The Winter Fitness Club, advised by Mr. Anderson and Mr. Joel Bailey. During the winter ski season, the Winter Fitness Club met twice a week to exercise and keep their fitness up. This consisted of traditional weight room exercises, outdoor runs, and different cross-training exercises. The members of our fitness club are Ethan Ayer, James Brook, David Curtis, Noel Friel, Ella Grantier, Jackson Hatcher, Caleb Irwin, Merrick McDonald, Julian Smith Custer, Tatum Shanahan, Carter Sprague, and Wyatt Witten. The Winter Arts and Crafts Club, advised by Ms. McQuestion. During the winter ski season, the Winter Arts and Crafts Club met twice a week to work on several projects, including sewing fleece hats, making fleece blankets and scarves, knitting basics, signs for varsity basketball seniors night, and event origami. The members of our Arts and Crafts Club are Gabe Allen, Annalise Brower, Xavier Cantella, Ju Young Kim, Michael Kopp, Josie Ogilvy, Eva Norman, and Robbie Sturm. The closing remarks. On behalf of Mr. Salerno and Mr. Sandrowski, our Director of Student Activities, I want to thank all the faculty advisors, staff, and friends of our student groups for making these opportunities possible for our students. You share their time, energy, and passions to help make life on campus more enjoyable for the students. I also want to thank the faculty who helped to create new opportunities for our students, organize community service projects, and chaperoned the many trips. I know Mr. Sandrowski appreciates your ideas and enthusiasm tremendously. To the students, thank you for those who tried new activities, joined clubs, accepted leadership roles, and helped make our many extracurricular activities special. On behalf of the school, we thank you. Your enthusiasm and ideas are greatly valued and help to make this year much more enjoyable for everybody on campus. You opened your arms to new members and showed your passions to the school. To the younger or newer students, I hope we sparked interest in the many opportunities your school has to offer and are looking at ways to get involved next year. This concludes the first portion of this morning's program. After a brief 15 intermission, while the seniors transition to the chairs beside me, Mr. Brown, our Director of College Counseling, will commence with our Cresting ceremony. Students, as a reminder, please do not leave the Gao Center. Thank you.
Still thinking about that car. It's fast. So the cresting ceremony is it's the rite of passage. It's bridging. It's meaningful to the seniors, to our faculty. 11th grade, it's your opportunity to start elbowing into those great seats in the assembly room that the seniors claim is theirs. Thought it would be a neat tradition this year to possibly introduce an 11th grade student to make some comments of appreciation to the senior class. And I asked the president and the vice president the idea, and I said, hey, you guys, I have an idea. And they're like, now what? Now what? So I explained, and they said, yeah, I kind of like that. I like the idea of an 11th grader sharing a few comments to the senior class in the presence of the entire school community. So we're going to do that momentarily. But they identified 3 students. They picked 3. And then we met, the 3 of those students we met this week, and we decided that we would pull names out of a hat. So that speaker's going to be here in just a moment to make a couple comments before Mr. Brown and Miss Mursky go forward on the cresting ceremony. The Gow family crest is on their blazers. Get this. So we collect the blazers before spring break, and they have to be professionally dry cleaned, believe me. And they attach the crests. They take the patch off and they put the crest on. Did you guys hear this story already? All the blazers came back. They're so clean. And the crest, it says right on it, G-O-W, Gow. It's the family coat of arms. It's got 3 ravens. The ravens are smart birds. And in this community, if you see a raven, you'll probably see 2 more. Usually 2 are feeding down low. 1 is up high watching for the predators. They're very smart teamwork animals. But the blazers come back. They're in the dry cleaning bag, and they look good. They're on the rack here. All of the crests are upside down. All of the crests are upside down. It says Gow right on it. And we were thinking that kind of fitting, we should just roll with that, but they've been corrected. And then, like, each one of the blazers had a student's name on it, like on the hanger, and those were all gone. So we got like almost 30 of these people. Please report to the office and start trying on these blazers until we find the one that fits. And so Miss Wysocki did it. She solved the mystery. So good job, Julie. Thanks for doing that. Before I tell you about 3 specific students and we hear from James Murch, I just want us to give a shout out to the college advising crew. These people individualize your journey, the application process, and the selection and all this. Mr. Brown and Ms. Mursky, thank you guys. Thank you so much for all that you do for the seniors. Appreciate it. So Mr. Brown, he's like the macro thinker. Like, he thinks in the big picture, and then Ms. Mursky keeps him on point. It's a great dynamic, and we so appreciate the work. So I want to recognize, I could talk of all seniors, and by the way, seniors, we will talk of you at the senior dinner. We will roast you and love you a little bit, but there are 3 of you that I thought of yesterday, today, that I just want to reference some specific students and some encounters that they've had over their journey here at the school. Matthew Bilodeau, where are you? I'm going to talk about you for just a moment, Matthew. Yeah. So Matt came here several years ago. This is your 3rd year, right? 3rd year, 2.5? Yeah. So when he first came, like, his parents thought it would be a good idea to bring him to South Wales and tell him this is the school that's going to help you. And he had to get on the Gow train. He had to get on the train. The train's right there, and it's idling, and we're saying, okay, come on, get on the train. And he's looking the other way. He did not want to have anything to do with the Gow train, right? He's looking the other way. His parents are walking, get on the train. So he reaches up and he grabs like the pole on the outside of the train, and he's barely holding on. And the train starts moving slowly out of the station. And he's like walking, and the train's speeding up. He's walking a little faster. And we're like, come on, get on the train. And so he puts 1 foot up on the thing, and he's got like one foot hanging off, 1 foot on. The train starts going faster and faster, and he was looking the other way, did not want to be on this train, and was making that very clear. But the train's picking up speed, and there's classmates and teachers saying, come on, tell us what you like to do. Tell us about you. Come on, get in. So now he's got 2 feet on the deck, and he's got the hand on the pole, and then he's starting to hold on, and then he steps inside the train car. The train's moving, and the kids are like, yeah, come on, man, sit down. You're with us. You're with us now. So he sits down, and he's still just slowly but surely, the train's picking up momentum. And then there's an empty seat a few rows up. The view's better, so he moves. He moves to the next seat. He goes, oh, this is kind of nicer here. I'll have a bagel and some cream cheese and some coffee. He starts buying in. The train's moving now. Starts buying in. And now as a senior, he's in the first car. He's in first class in the train, bought in. 2 days ago, I caught him smiling, and it was authentic. And Matt, so you found your people here. You found your school, and you're ready to go. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that you got on the train, and you're with this class, and you're ready to go. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Where's Emily? Emily, where are you? By the way, thanks for the cookie at lunch yesterday. Had a moment this year. So Emily's a senior. She's in the robotics program. Mr. Poblaki, Mr. Gullo, other teachers create this science, the math, the physics, the leadership, the teamwork, where it all comes together, and they build this robot. It's a legitimate fighting machine, and then they go to Pittsburgh, and they're going to take on other schools. They're going to fight other schools. And these robots, it's a fight to the death. And they're inside this big glass box. By the way, Mr. Gullo, Mr. Poblaki, they made a practice box, like double pane, bulletproof glass. It's really, really impressive. And this box is like glass, and we couldn't all go, so we streamed it. And Emily was on one of the teams, which, by the way, her team went 6-0 on the tournament. They're the #1 seed in Williamsburg, Pennsylvania, or Williamsburg, Virginia, where they're traveling in a couple weeks to compete for the national championship, undefeated team. So 6 more wins, and you guys got it. So the kids worked, and they put in the overtime, and like Emily played a role. She's one of the team leaders. She was like the paperwork person, the repair person, and it was time for the competition to start. And I had a front row seat. I'm watching this, streaming this, and I could see the box, and I could see Emily walking in with this robot. And she was called in. She put it on the ground, and then she took out this Allen wrench and like turned it on. They're all about safety. Like the people there, they're wearing vests and goggles and helmets, and you were wearing the Timberland boots. I saw those. And so she was ready to go. She turned on the robot. She steps out, and these machines fight. And here's the cool part. Emily's mom, Dr. Dufresne, was able to go, and I had this great view of the combat area and then the bleachers behind. She was cheering like it was a World Cup soccer match. It was so impressive. And to see the confidence that you delivered and the joy from the parents, like that's what ties it all together. So all the things you've learned, the skills, the tools, she's got this. And that's like the senior class of 2022. The last one, I'll just get out of here with one more student. Where's John Charles? John Charles, where are you? Oh, hey, nice of you to come. Thanks for being here. So, you know, when you first start GAU, it's tough, you know, not sure, resisting, I know I need help, and he begins to buy in and starts working on his academic skills. And like you can see that the businessman, the entrepreneur in you was coming to life, whether it's little seniors or he's probably running some other side business here that I don't even know about, fine. But nonetheless, he struggled in the beginning like so many Govian students do, and then began to find his confidence and find his people and believe in himself and embrace the program and the teachers. And then this year he starts talking to me about like the 9th grade. What's up with the 9th grade? What's up with these 10th graders? Like, what are you talking about? Because they're not into it. They're like fighting and resisting. I'm like, oh, are they? Is that right? So we talked about that several times. We had some really good talks. And, you know, he calls out Mr. Salerno as an incredible role model for him through his GAU journey. And then it hit him. He said, he came to see me. He goes, Mr. Rogers, can I see you? Sure, come on in. What's going on, John? How can I help those 10th graders get on board? So he goes from the resistor to the embracer to now the helper. That's GOW. So proud of you. So proud of all of you. So let me get out of the way, but just remind you how much I love this school, how much we love this school, and it's not always easy. But we're here, we're present. Good school, not perfect. And when something's not right, we do our best to make it the best we can. That's our commitment to the students, and we thank you once again, parents, as we crest them. Mr. Brown, I'm going to call up Mr. Murch. He's got a few comments, and then you're up. James, come on down. You could clap for James. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. What's wrong? You're not short enough? Just talk right in.
Good morning, everyone. My name is James Murch. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm the 11th grade representative. Today, I'm not up here to talk about myself, but rather to thank this year's senior class of 2022 on behalf of the juniors. I'm incredibly excited to be up here because when I came to this school 5 years ago, some of these students had also started the GOW journey with me. So to sincerely thank the people that I've known for what seems like decades, I'm truly honored. I want to start by thanking the entire class because honestly, without you guys, I and many other juniors would not have had such a great GOW experience throughout our years here. This class comprises so many dedicated, funny, and heartfelt people that thinking all independently would take a very long time. So for the time being, I would like to thank a couple of you that have contributed to this school year's success and many before. Where's Derek? Derek, your energy will be missed, but also, you've been there for me and countless other juniors throughout the years, and for that, we thank you. Kent, this school year is one to remember, which I believe was achieved through your diligence to stuff fun activities into our schedule, and for that, we thank you. Tomas, your positivity and charisma has contributed to this school year becoming a blast, and for that, we thank you. Colin, your maturity and leadership characteristics are those that set by example for me and for others in my grade, and for that, we thank you. And Kashmir, your ability to turn anyone's frown upside down is unique. Thanks for keeping everyone on their feet. As I mentioned earlier, all these seniors are amazing people. And each has brought a different trait to GOW that has changed it for the better. One sec again. I hope that the 11th grade can follow the footsteps that the seniors have formed from their leadership, character, and helpfulness throughout the year. And I wanted to conclude this speech by sharing an Irish proverb with the seniors. There are good ships and wood ships, ships that sail the sea, but the best ships are friendships, and may they always be. I want you all to remember that. And now this that I hold up right here is the GOW emblem, which I would like to give to Faith Adams right now. Thanks, Faith, for doing such a good job this year as a senior representative. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, James. And now, we get to the cresting. First of all, Faith Adams. From Santa Rosa, California, having spent 2 years at the Gow School and going to the University of Utah. Matthew Bilodeau, from Thornwood, New York, having spent 2.5 years at the Gow School, going to Ithaca College. Zachary Broyce, from Armonk, New York, having spent 4 years at the Gow School, he is now going to Lynn University. Peter Carlisle, from Kent, Washington. He spent 2 years at the Gow School and is going to Western Washington University. John Charles, from Snyder, New York, having spent 3.5 years at Gow and 2 eternal years in calculus, going to Lynn University. Jerison Chen, from Taichung, Taiwan, having spent 4.5 years at the Gow School and going to the University of Toledo. Tomás Cuesta, from Ambato, Ecuador, having spent 1 year at the Gow School and choosing between Merrimack College and Lynn University. Jules Dashili, from Pauling, New York. She's spent 4 years at the Gow School and going to Coastal Carolina University. Kashmir Deranet, from Dorchester, Massachusetts. Having spent 4 years at the Gow School, Kashmir will be going to the University of Arizona. Emily Dufresne, from Falls Church, Virginia. She has spent 3 years at the Gow School, and she is choosing between McDaniel College and West Virginia Wesleyan College. Derek Freck, from Hamburg, New York. Having spent 6 years at the Gow School, he is going to West Virginia Wesleyan College. Connor Giles. Connor's from Arkport, New York. He has spent 6 years at the Gow School, and he is going to Alfred University. Michael Kopp. Michael is from Fort Myers, Florida. He has spent 6 years at the Gow School, and he is going to Florida Southwestern State College. Luke Miranda. Luke is from Duluth, Minnesota. He has spent 4 years at the Gow School, and he's going to the University of North Dakota. Kiana Morales. Kiana is from Brooklyn, New York. She has spent 2.5 years at the Gow School, and she is choosing between a wide range of universities, too long on this list to mention. Eva Norman. Eva's from Newman, Georgia. She has spent 2 years at the Gow School, and she is going to Young Harris College. Fritz Olsen. Fritz is from Smiths Parish, Bermuda. He has spent 5 years at the Gow School, and he is going to Clarkson University. Matthew Priori. Matthew is from Gettsville, New York. He has spent 3 years here at the Gow School, and he is going to Canisius College. Rafael Puno. Rafael is from Makati City, the Philippines, and he has been here for 5 years. He is going to Hofstra University in Long Island. Pierce Reed. Pierce is from Williamsville, New York. He has been at the Gow School for 1 year, and he is going to Lynn University. Cooper Reed. Cooper is from Ashland, Oregon. He has spent 4 years at the Gow School, and he is going to Clarkson University. Colin Saffer. Colin is from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. He has spent 3 years at the Gow School, and he is going to the Pennsylvania College of Technology in Williamsport. Tatum Shanahan. Tatum is from Bozeman, Montana. She has spent 2.5 years at the Gauss School. She has a very long list of colleges to which she was admitted, and she's still waiting to hear from one more. Kent Simmons. From Sandus Parish, Bermuda, he has spent 6 years at the Gauss School, and he is going to Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Owen Smolensky. Owen is from Amherst, New York. He has spent 5 years at the Gauss School, and he is going to Alfred State College. Andrew Strong could not be here today. He is actually traveling for one more interview. However, he is choosing between McDaniel College and the University of Arizona, and we hope to hear from him soon. Calder Stutz. Calder is from Maidens, Virginia. He has spent 1 year at the Gauss School, and he is going to Hampton-Sydney College. Taylor Wade. Taylor is from Markham, Ontario. He has been at the Gauss School for 4 years, and he is going to St. Mary's University of Halifax. Shamira Williams. She has spent 4 years at the Gauss School, and she will be going to Villa Maria College in Buffalo, New York. On the stage on either side of me sits a group of scholars, artists, athletes, performers, and leaders. They are your daughters and your sons. Very soon, their efforts of months and years will be crowned with success. In just a few weeks, they may graduate with the knowledge that they have left their indelible imprint on the Gauss School. We are indeed fortunate to witness their passage into the world beyond these walls. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure and privilege to present the newly crested Gau class of 2022.
That feels so good. We're going to ask you seniors to please stay for pictures. And the lifers, we want to get a photo of you as well, so just stick around. If you are with your advisor and your advisor wants to dismiss you to head over to lunch, Mr. Marshman will run that lunch, but I just ask you to please sit down, wait for the blessing. He'll call up tables or whatever order he decides. Seniors will be over a little bit later, so parents, if you've got your Kodak moment, you want it, stick around, we'll make that happen. This concludes our cresting ceremony. We'll look forward to all of you being back, as Mr. Brown said, in a few weeks for the graduation exercise, where you'll hear all of these seniors deliver their message. Thanks for coming, everybody. Enjoy the day. We'll see you at lunch.